Welcome to my channel. The video opens with a high-energy, wide shot of the target center buzzing with anticipation, cutting quickly to close-ups of Caitlin Clark warming up from the logo and Napheesa Collier going through her pre-game routine. The narrator's voice booms over the dramatic music. In a late-season showdown with massive playoff implications, the Indiana Fever rolled into Minnesota to face a Lynx team defending their home court. Two superstars, two different styles, one goal, a critical victory to build momentum for the postseason. The first quarter highlights begin with a fast pace. We see Collier establishing herself early with a smooth mid-range jumper, followed immediately by Clark answering with a deep three-pointer in transition. The back and forth is established quickly. A nice drive and dish from Courtney Williams to Dorka Juhas for a layup is matched by a perfectly executed pick and roll from Clark to Aaliyah Boston for an easy two. The quarter ends with the score tight, perhaps a 24-22 lead for one team, setting the stage for a battle. The second quarter segment focuses on the rising intensity and the emergence of the primary stars. The narration continues. As the benches rotated in, the intensity never dipped, but it was the superstars who would truly take over this game. We see a montage of Collier working in the post, showcasing her footwork with a quick spin and finish, then hitting a contested turnaround jumper. But the response from Indiana is swift and decisive. The highlight package cuts to Clark orchestrating the offense. She threads a needle with a no-look pass to a cutting teammate for a layup, then comes off a screen and pulls up from well beyond the arc, nothing but net. The camera cuts to the Fever bench erupting. The sequence culminates in a defining play. Clark grabs a defensive rebound, pushes the ball upcourt with her eyes up, and launches a pinpoint outlet pass halfway across the court to a sprinting Boston for an uncontested layup, forcing a Minnesota timeout. The highlights show the stat lines. Clark already flirting with a double-double in the first half, and Collier keeping her Lynx in it with efficient scoring. Coming out of halftime, the script shifts to Minnesota's counterpunch. The music becomes more tense. But you can never count out a veteran team like the Minnesota Lynx on their home floor. Led by the relentless Napheesa Collier, they mounted a fierce comeback in the third. This segment is filled with Lynx highlights. A Collier block on defense leading to a Courtney Williams pull-up three on the other end. Williams then gets a steal and finds Kayla McBride for a corner three, and the target center crowd is suddenly deafening. The Fever, momentarily on their heels, struggle to get a clean look. The narration highlights the shift. The Lynx defense tightened up, disrupting Indiana's rhythm and turning defense into offense. For a moment, it felt like the momentum had completely swung in favor of the home team. The quarter ends with the game either tied or with Minnesota holding a slim lead, setting up a nail-biting final act. This is the climax of the highlight package. The narration is full of anticipation. With everything on the line in the fourth quarter, the game was there for the taking. And that's when the sensational duo of Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston took over and delivered a statement. The highlights focus exclusively on the Fever's game-winning run. We see Clark drive and kick to a shooter for a three. Then, after a Lynx basket, Clark comes right back down and hits a 30-foot three-pointer right in her defender's face. The next possession, she draws the defense and lobs a perfect alley-oop to Boston for a crushing and one finish. A 12-2 run, fueled by the two young stars, and suddenly the Fever had built a decisive lead. The package shows multiple angles of these key plays, with slow-motion replays of Clark's dazzling passes and Boston's powerful finishes. A cutaway shot shows Clark yelling to her teammates, firing them up with pure emotion. This segment solidifies the narrative of their unstoppable chemistry when the game matters most. With the outcome all but decided, the script slows to acknowledge the historic individual performances. The music swells triumphantly. And when the final buzzer sounded, it was Indiana walking away with a massive 95-88 victory, a win headlined by a performance for the ages from Caitlin Clark. The screen splits to show the final stat lines. Clark's triple-double of 33 points, 15 assists, and 10 rebounds, with a highlight montage of each category playing simultaneously. A historic triple-double from the rookie sensation, perfectly complemented by Aaliyah Boston's dominant 24 points and 12 rebounds. The screen then shows Collier's magnificent 31-9 for Minnesota, A worthy effort in a losing battle. The final plays are of the Fever celebrating on the court, with handshakes and Clark and Boston sharing a moment of celebration, underscoring the teamwork that led to the win. The final 30 seconds show the players walking off the court. The narration wraps up the story and looks ahead. A statement win on the road for the Indiana Fever, a team that is peaking at the perfect time. This victory not only showcases their explosive potential but also massively boosts their standing in the playoff race. For Minnesota, a tough loss, but a reminder that with Nafisa Collier, they are always a threat. The video ends with a final, powerful shot of Clark waving to the departing crowd, followed by the WNBA logo and the final score graphic: Indiana Fever 95, Minnesota Lynx 88. The music fades out.